In the ancient days of Ala-Ihechi, when the wind still whispered to the trees and the gods spoke through thunderstorms, two powerful villages, Ụmụnna and Obele-Ama, lived side by side yet bore eternal hatred for one another. Their feud had lasted for generations, rooted in a mysterious betrayal buried deep in ancestral blood. Their oracles had long declared a covenant: no child of Ụmụnna shall love or marry a child of Obele-Ama. To break it was to awaken wrath not just from the living, but from the ancestors themselves. Yet, it was in the most sacred of times, the Ụmụnna, the week of silence, when fate dared to bend the will of gods and mortals alike. On the first day of Ụmụnna, the entire land was silent, honoring the dead and invoking the spirits of harvest. But as the golden haze of dawn kissed the land, Adanma, the graceful daughter of the high priest of Ụmụnna, wandered beyond the sacred boundaries. Her red wrapper shimmered with dew, her waist beats singing softly with each step. She had heard a flute, a haunting melody that drew her like a moth to fire. In the forest where spirits were said to dance, beneath a massive oak tree, she saw him. Obina, a young, brooding hunter from Obele-Ama, sat shirtless on a mossy stone, his fingers still on the flute's mouthpiece, his gaze locked with hers like thunderclouds clashing with sunlight. "Who are you?" she whispered, her voice trembling. He rose, calm but intense. "I am the one the sky called here. You heard it too, didn't you? The melody." Adanma should have run. Her spirit screamed to flee. But her heart beat to the same rhythm as his flute. In the nights that followed, the two met again, always at dawn, always under silence. They touched without words, spoke with their eyes, and kissed like they were writing the laws of the universe. The sacred forest became their kingdom. But the sky was watching. One morning, as Obina cupped her face and whispered that he would give up his clan for her, a dark wind passed through the trees. The Ihechi egu, sacred shiver, ran down Adanma's spine. "We are being watched," she said, trembling. Obina nodded. "Then let them see love win." But love, in the land of curses, was a dangerous game. Word spread. The Dibia, a seer of Ụmụnna, saw troubling visions: a red snake coiled around the sacred flute, a maiden with blood on her lips, a sky that opened and wept fire. He summoned the elders and declared, "If the bloodline of Obele-Ama and Ụmụnna mix, the gods will strike. Unless the one born under the thunder moon walks into the ancestral stream before the rising of the red sun." All gasped. Only Adanma was born under the thunder moon. It meant she would have to choose love or lineage, Obina or her life. Her father, the high priest, demanded her isolation. "You are to marry the heir of Ụmụnna in 3 days. The gods demand obedience. But hearts do not listen to gods." The night before her forced betrothal, Adanma escaped through the sacred grove, wearing nothing but her spirit beads and a white cloth. Obina was waiting, his eyes burning with longing and fear. "I heard the prophecy," he said. "So did I," she replied. "But I would rather die in your arms than live without your love." They ran through forests where masquerades whispered curses, through rivers where crocodiles stirred. At the bank of the Ozo, the sacred ancestral stream, they stopped. "If we cross this stream together, we are no longer of either village," Obina said. "We belong to each other. And to the gods." She nodded, took his hand. But just as they stepped into the waters, a voice boomed behind them. "Adanma. My daughter. Stop." It was her father. Behind him, warriors from both villages appeared, armed and enraged. The ground trembled. The sky turned grey. The prophecy had awakened. As both lovers stood waist deep in the stream, holding tightly to one another, a strange silence fell. Then, the sky cracked open with a thunder louder than 1,000 drums. A golden eagle descended, circling them thrice before releasing a single feather that landed in the water between them. Then came a voice, not human, not animal, but spirit. "The morning has spoken." The sky has chosen love. All dropped to their knees. Even the high priest wept. The oracle of Ụmụnna stepped forward, trembling. The gods are not angry. They are pleased. For centuries we have obeyed a lie told in anger. These two have shown us the truth: love heals what hatred destroys. From that day, the curse between Obele-Ama and Ụmụnna was broken. Ụmụnna and Obele were not just lovers. They became symbols of unity, their story told through folk songs, moonlight tales, and wedding dances. They built a home on the very bank of the Ozo, where children bathe today, and lovers tie white cloths to trees for blessings. Every beautiful morning, the villagers of both clans gather under the giant oak tree. Young maidens dance with boys of either clan. Flutes echo across the hills. And the elders whisper, "This is the morning the sky chose love. May it choose again, and again." And if you listen closely at dawn, when the mist kisses the earth, you might just hear the flute. And see two figures, hand in hand, forever walking toward the stream.